From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Mexico City Diablos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
White 25. Right there in the middle. 55.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Mike 55, Mike 55.
I got you. Where do we go?
On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
47.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Let's bring it. Switch.
Check it backer, check it backer.
45. 46. Don't let him breathe.
Prescott from the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Flag, blue dead, blue dead. Check.
Check.
Wait.
On first down, Coat. Room here to run. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Jameis to throw it. Brought in by Coates. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Watch the twist.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. This is caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Scott Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. They're following the touchdown now. It's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check, hot.
We're going to 54, right here.
Prescott to throw it. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 58 yards. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. A first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Sponge. No.
We go 47.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. That one complete. Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
There you go. Go ahead, Nate.
Get the mic.
Hey, kill.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
To number 88. Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys nothing.
Check.
Here we go. Go ahead, Nate.
Check. 45 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
We're going to 53.
45 to Mike.
26.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Every day. Any day. Check.
From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pass. 25. Check 25. Check 20. Flip it. Neighbors. White. 50.
Yeah. You don't want none. Mike's 50.
Let's go.
Now Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Mike's 50. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
50's the ball, Trot. 50's the Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. We can
1st down, Winston. Coates. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Play fake. Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Back. Check 9. Switch. Here we go, 46.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
47. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Under crunch. Check. Crunch. 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 Hey, 47. 45 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Gun.
45. Mike, 45.
Check. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he's going to go for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 22, Prescott. This is intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ready? Under 10. Ready, double thing.
They'll run on first down. Coates. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On second and 11 now. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Draw play, Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Shift, shift. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Throwing, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the eye. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the... That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bullock good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 4, check 4. Check 37, check 37.
Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. And not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the safety creep. Go to 54, go to 54, line. Short. You don't see me in your night.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 52.
Following the interception, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And touchdown! Mike Evans his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they open the lead up now to 25. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, fighting up. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's 2nd down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
I smell fear in that offense. Check 24.
No, we're going to 53.
Check 26. Check 20.
There you go. Jump. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
47.
That's it. 58's the money. 58's the money.
26.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here the 29. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Cowboys' 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
55. All day, baby, all day. Mike 55. Let's make these babies cry all day. Flip it.
On second and 2, Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Third down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Wait. Tighten up. Pause.
Jameis now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Whip. Green, triple T. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
To throw, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Working out of the gun, Winston. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Winston here to throw. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Switch. Here we go, 47. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, go. Get out there. There you go. Man, I got you.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Able to get there and pick it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. On 1st and 10, Winston. He's got the hook up to Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Winston now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. Fighting through pressure. Going up top for Miller. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for